Welcome to GFSN. I'm your host, Green Acres, and today we're going to cover an interesting topic about e-silos. What are e-silos? Well, it's a little bit different than exporting at an export center. An e-silo is a silo that's up in the clouds, so to speak. When you want to sell something and you want to have access to markets, as you know, you can either drive it there in-game or you can put it up into the e-silo system. So the way that works, so I'm here on Ricky's Creek, and I've got this load of grape juice. Prices are pretty good out there for that, so I'm just going to strap it down and hop in the truck, and we're going to go figure out how to get this stuff into an e-silo. So without any ado, let's get a move on here. Hop on over to that export center. So e-silo is just as you would imagine. Once you deposit your crop at the export center, just like any other export, a logistic contract will be created, and someone will pick it up and count it and put it into they'll either sell it or they'll put it up into the e-silo system. E-silo is better than a traditional silo where you actually have to physically go and get it, because e-silo exists on all of our servers. So we have products staged in our locations, and when you transport something here to another server to sell it or put it up in the e-silo system, you have instant access to all of the markets no matter what server you're on, because we can dispense the product at any server at any time to fulfill your contract. So you can sell it to an NPC, you can sell it and have it dumped to a player. There's a multitude of things that you can do with it, which relieve you from the issue of having to run around and haul all the stuff yourself. So yes, there's a cost to put it up in the cloud. So here we are. We've arrived at the export center, and we'll just take a look at it here. It says drop off exports here. So we got this big load. Let's show you how it's done and why we do this. So in a traditional export, if I were to haul this in and drop it, what would happen is a contract would be created, and I'd get paid for it when someone did the contract. With e-silo, as you're about to see, when I do this transaction, I'll be given credit for it immediately. It's one of the good things about dealing with bonded storage. So they vouch for the integrity of it, and then they verify it later. So once they put this into the cloud, and I've got 52,000, I have immediate access to it to sell it anywhere in the system at any time I want without any fees whatsoever. I mean, who could ask for more? It allows you to access our whole system just because you put it up there. Now, an e-silo transaction is limited to 300K at a time, and the cost is $2,500. So let's go do it. I'm going to go to the web page. Here we are. And hit F5, make sure we're still logged in. And I'm just going to hop down here to exports, and I'm going to say E-Silo Transfers, okay? So a typical export sale would be here. This is the one where you get paid later, or you can export to a server. It's a fixed fee, $3,500 for each leg of it, to handle it here and then to import it. Or we can send it to E-Silo, or we could do E-Silo player to player. Well, we have to put product up there to be able to do anything with it. So let's do that first. So E-Silo Transfers, select the server that you're on. Well, I'm on Ricky's Creek. So that's what we select for the silo server. And then we're going to come down here on the list, and we're just simply going to find what we're dropping off, which in this case is grape juice. Oh, there it is. And I am going to be loading, let's see, 52. I have 52,000 on the truck, so I'm going to enter a 52 because we enter everything by thousands. And the only option I have is to send to the e-silo. So I'm going to process that. Okay, and now I'm going to pull in with the goods and dump them here at the export center. So these are all pending verification, just like any other export contract, except it will be done after. What do you mean by that, Green? After. Sounds like something your mom would say. Well, let's take a look, shall we? Pull over safely here and stop. There we go. Hazards are on for safety. It's a busy server. Don't want to get run over. All right, so we come back here. and let's go look for our grape juice. Now you can see here, grape juice. I have 52K available. So in the system, if I go back up here for a second and I go and look at contracts, you can see down here in Logistica, export to server, 52 of grape juice contract was created and dump at the silo. Now, I can't verify my own contract. Someone else has to do that. But it's of no issue to me because once I go back to my E-Silo Transfers page, you can see, and it can be any server, by the way, once it's loaded. And I come down to the grape juice. Here we are. Okay, you can see that I actually have 52K. It gives you instant access to this. Now, if I wanted to export this, let's say I wanted to send like 25 of these to a physical factory that I had, I would say, hey, export destination is going to be, and I could send that to, say, Midwest Horizons. The standard shipping method is free on this transaction. If you don't know what it costs or how much, just go to the bottom and it'll tell you right here. Deposits are billed, and export to server is billed at 5,500 and can be 500K in size. Okay, it says standard shipping is included, and it's $5,500 for an air shipment with guaranteed arrival at 3 hours in the destination. Okay, so that's if I wanted to physically ship this. Okay. But that's not all I can do with this. So I could dump this in a location and say, hey, go pick it up. It's free if I do it with 12 hours. The base fee is $5,500. If I select air, it will be an additional $5,500 to speed it along. Okay, but once this is in the system, watch what happens here. Let's go check out the market. All right, so here I'm sitting on Hastings, or I think I am, but it can be any server. So if I look here, I can see that, oh, they're buying it at 31.18, which is all fine and well. But the point of putting it up here was to get the best price possible. Okay, so if we were to go and look at the server that we're actually on, where we would have sold it, we can come down and look at, let's see, market inquiry here, and we'll key in Ricky, and we'll go look for the grape juice. Oh, now that we're here, we'll key in, let's go look and see exactly what we could get here on Ricky for the grape juice, had we not put it up into the silo. That would have meant driving somewhere and physically dropping it off. So we're going to hit Control F, and we're going to hit grape juice. Oh, and here we are, grape juice. So 31.50, okay, ranging down through 2,700. Okay, and prices drop every time you sell to them, but everything is available to you except an export center through this, okay? So if I were to go sell these, this is what it would look like. So if I were to go to the farmer's market to take advantage of this 31.50 and hop on down and get a look at the grape juice here, you can see that it says E-Silo 52. So I can actually use that quantity and make the sale right here and sell it out of my E-Silo without physically having to deliver that. So if I wanted to do that, let's say I wanted to sell one of those at that price. This cost me nothing to do. I'm just going to click sell. And if I come down now and go back to the grape juice, you can see that I've actually got one less now than I did. Okay. And if I go home, I can go to my accounting screen and I can see exactly what happened. It says that I sold juice quantity 1. It was an RCE silo sale, and that went to the farmer's market. And it shows what I got paid for it, and that is in my wallet. So that's the principle of using E-Silo. So my stuff is instantly available. I can dump it anywhere on the web that I want, and I'm good to go. I'm on my way. I can wait for a better day. I can be at work, and I can sell that anytime I want. Now, also, if we go and we look at markets, because it's in E-Silo, all of a sudden the world is our oyster. So if we key in Control F and then grape juice, you can see that prices will go based upon where they are the highest at any given moment across our whole system. And you can see it's showing all locations, and 3108. So it's by server, and you'll have the highest of each server at the top of the list. So if we start up here and we read the market right, we can see that on North Dakota, the highest price is here. And then if we drop down to NML, the highest price is at the export center. If we go to that, you'll notice that grape juice, there's no e-silo because the export center only takes physical delivery. It's not an NPC. It's a special building. So it's important to point that out, because you'll be like, well, Green, I didn't see my e-silo there. That's because, anything that gets sold there has to be physically delivered. Here we are, Emma's is buying it. And then we go on and we go to Wild West. Here's the highest price here, and all the places buying it. So looking in the market's a cool thing. And then here's Ricky. So I could sell a little bit here. I could sell a little bit there. And in fact, let's do some of that. I actually have 50 of them left. So let's hop over and get rid of some of these. So we know that Hastings has got a good price here at 31. So let's dump some of that off. Actually, was that the highest price anywhere? That's what we need to know. We want to get the most for this shipment. So 3108, 29, Western Wilds is 3094, Stone Valley is 2900. Wow, I dare say that was the best anywhere. So we're going to Hastings and we're going to dump that there. So let's click on buying, and let's go find our grape juice, and let's give them, I'll let them have the whole thing at 51, or I'll hold some back. So I'm going to give them 26 of those. And I'll say use the e-silo. If you don't use that and you just key in the number and go to sell, you actually have to physically deliver it there. E-silo saves us that step. So I'm going to click sell. And let's look at it again. And you can see that now I'm down to 25 and the price has dropped to 29.62. So if I wanted to, if I had a lot to sell, like more than the 200K limit, I could dose it out to all of the other places and get my money back. So now if I come up and look at home, let's see what happened here. If I go look at my ledger, I've got $81,000 for that sale where I sold 26 over at the supermarket on North Dakota as an e-silo sale. So these are the wonders and virtues of being in the system. Now, once your stuff is here, you can do what you want with it any time. If we come back to exports again and we go e-silo P2P, you can see all of the things that I have up in storage right now. And if I wanted to transfer, let's say 5 of these to, let's say the butler or someone like that, I could go here and I could say transfer. And instantly the butler was granted 5 of my inventory. All right, so I just transferred 20. Let's go see what that looks like. So if I look at this and I come down and I look at the bottom of my screen, I can see e-silo transferred 5 of grape juice to player 185. So I instantly get a record of that. And I come up top and look at my ledger. I also have a transfer fee of $250. It doesn't matter what the size, you can do up to 500K, and it's going to cost you $250 if you're transferring it to another player. So if you're looking to sell products, you store it all up in e-silo, and then when the player wants to buy it, you can immediately transfer it to them once they send you a check or pay you. So e-silo is a wonderful thing. Once it's up there, you can send it physically to a server. You can transfer it to a player and they can dump it or do whatever they want with it and sell it. It allows them to speculate on the market by buying your factory output. And if they want to hold it in the cloud and sell it for the highest price and trickle it out, well, that's their prerogative. But it allows people to do that. And it doesn't really matter whether you're in the PC environment or down on crossplay. You're all on an equal footing in terms of the market, playing it, and exploiting it to get the most you can out of it. So if I hop out of here now and just leave, we'll go check the butler's account and see if he got that grape juice, because we definitely want it back. It's expensive stuff, and that was real too. That was out of my own inventory. So where are we here? Now let's see, where is the butler? He's got to be here somewhere. There he is. All right, butler, cough up my grape juice. Let's see, E-Silo Transfer, E-Silo P2P. And look, there's my 5. He's sitting on my 5 of grape juice. So we're going to send that back to Haney Farms. And we're going to transfer that. And it's gone. Okay. So theoretically, if I go home now and I log in, dun, 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 and we go look. First off, the butler has transferred 5 grape juice to my E-Silo. So you get a notification out of the system. And also, if I go and look in my E-Silo, you can see that, wow, I got my 5 back. I'm up to 25 again. So that is E-Silos. And also, just to show you this, now you've been watching me sell these things and collect money and play the market. The original contract to sell that is still there. It'll be verified after the fact. So you don't have to get held up to use E-Silos. It's better than sliced toast, and it's only here in GFSN. So that's our show for today. Thanks for watching.